Hello and welcome to Ryno's Orioles Report. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Orioles are in the middle of playing 500 baseball. Guess they're just getting too many injuries to the pitching staff, to the defense, to the lineup to really be doing any better. Really, it does look like now the offense is suffering. Only able to split the series with the Houston Astros at home. Well, which technically is an improvement. Because before Friday night's game, they weren't able to beat Houston this year. You had to go all the way back to last year. Okay. See, I'm on MassiveSports.com. Let's get to game one. Houston Astros 6, Baltimore Orioles 0. This from Camden Yards. Way to greet your home fans. Offense not doing anything. Good job. Thanks. 3 hits total. That ain't going to get it done. Just ain't going to get it done. Kowser Ofer did walk once. Santander Ofer also walked once. Henderson 1 hit. O'Hearn Ofer. Rutschman 1 hit. Mountcastle 1 hit. Was removed later in the game because of wrist soreness. Sliding into second base. Austin Slater replaced him. Austin Slater goes to the outfield. O'Hearn, who had started in right field, comes into first base. Slater did not get an at-bat. Oh no, he did get 1 at-bat, and he walked. Jackson Holliday, Ofer. Cedric Mullins, Ofer, but he did walk once. Urias, Ofer. Yeah, not going to win any games when you're only getting 3 hits. He did walk 4 times. Mountcastle and Henderson with doubles. Burns with a throwing error. Not helping his own cause there. A little bit better performance this time out for Corbin Burns than, let's say, last time. Because last time he gave up 8 runs. It's like, oh my God, no, what's happening to Corbin Burns? Well, not too much better here. Corbin Burns goes 5 2/3 of an inning, gives up 5 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned. Technically, as far as my logic goes, should all be earned because it was him that made the error. He walked 2, struck 2 out. I think it's just that time of the year. Getting tired, pitching a lot. Could use a break. Probably, I mean, it's a 162 game season. At this point, a lot of guys could use a break. Sadly, Major League Baseball decides not to give it to him. If anything, they make him play more. Which is, just seems silly. It's like, wow. Fine, add more playoff games. But let's remove some regular season games. I don't see why we can't do that. Now we're at 162. This isn't football. We're only playing like 16. Not that adding 17 or 18 is a good idea. You might get another bye week out of it. Which... something they're really not doing with Major League Baseball. It's probably why all their pitchers are getting injured. What's this guy's name? Is it Michael or Matt? Matt Bowman. Getting some work in here. Haven't seen him. Can't remember. Was this his first appearance or maybe his second appearance? He looks okay. I was kind of surprised that, we get this random guy that was DFA'd. And I was like, he's going to be trash. And then he doesn't look too bad. Which, waiting for the other shoe to drop and people to get used to him being on this club, and they'll start hitting him around. Matt Bowman. An inning and 1/3, no hits, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. Gregory Soto in relief of Bowman, getting the 8th inning and pitching the full 8th inning and not giving up a hit or a run. Did walk a batter, but struck 2 out. Oh my God, is this finally... I feel like we've had a few in a row for Gregory Soto. Like a few in a row. It's not like one here or there. He's stacking good appearances, and that's really what you need. Because I do think, to a certain extent, a lot of what his problem, too, is it's a mental thing. Moving around, not getting it done, didn't have a role in Philadelphia, was kind of getting pushed to the, not being used as much category because other guys were having more success. They had a lot of good arms there. Kind of why they dealt this guy. Here he could have a role and needs to pitch better. Pitch good, you pitch like that, and you can be a setup man. But you gotta show that you can do it first. Nick Vespi on for the 9th inning, pitching the full 9th inning. No hits, no runs, does walk a batter, but strikes 2 out. Okay. Kind of an uptick for Vespi. He's not much of a strikeout pitcher. And yeah, I looked at the stats. More news on why I did that later. Come to game 2. Yay, we finally won one. Houston Astros 5, Baltimore Orioles 7. This is Friday night's game. Got 8 hits in this one. Still not getting many hits, but, I mean, you made them count, I guess, you know. Kaiser 2 hits and RBI, scored twice. Rutschman a hit, walked once, scored once. Henderson over, scored once. Fielder's choice, error, or maybe it was an error. Santander 2 hits, 4 RBIs, scored twice. Hearn 1 hit. Mullins 0 for 1, did walk once, and that's all the at-bats he would get because quad injury. Yep, here we go, another injury. Mountcastle first, now Mullins in this series. Good God, when it rains, it pours. Can you keep people healthy? Apparently not. Austin Slater coming in to replace Mullins. 1 hit, scored once. That works. Arias a hit and an RBI. Holiday over, struck out 3 times. James McCann over. Arias with a triple. Santander and Kaiser with a home run. Santander being a grand slam. Arias actually stole the base. How about that? Cade Povich gets a start in this game. Not the greatest performance by Cade Povich, but with all the injuries, I mean, you know the big 3 that are out for the year, and then Eflin and Rodriguez on the 15-day IL. What do you expect from your... I mean, at this point, he's like your 10th starting pitcher. Goes 5 full innings, gives up 8 runs, 5 hits, 2 walks, strikes out 3. Birch Smith on in relief of Povich, pitches 2 full innings. Somewhat odd there, but he only threw 17 pitches, so that's cool. You need to redeem yourself. You did give up a few, and are going to give up a few. Spoiler alert. In these 2 full innings, no hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. That's weird. That's a weird line. But hey, you didn't give up any runs. Craig Kimbrell on in relief of Birch Smith. Actually gets credited for the win. How about that? I'm just as shocked as you are. No, not really. I was hoping that he was going to turn it around. You would think that a man that's been pitching this long would turn it around. I mean, unless it's physical. Unless his arm is physically falling apart or it's his back acting up or whatever. It's between his ears. You would expect to be able to right himself and at least not give up a ton of runs. You can have an ERA above 0. It's fine. You're allowed to give up a run here or there. Give up too many when we really don't need you to give up any? Or we really need you to give up none? Yeah, that's a problem. Now he pitches the full 8th inning. He does give up 2 hits. Isn't great, but no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. You can't ask for more right there from Craig Kimbrell, because that's a vast improvement. Sir Anthony Dominguez on for his 5th save with the Orioles, pitching the full 9th inning. No hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Getting a sense that the Houston Ball Club, they're not an easy team to strike out. Let's get to Saturday's game. Houston Astros 2, Baltimore Orioles 3. Austin Slater leading off. Again, Mullins not playing. Mountcastle not playing. Any more of this series. Don't have an update or a timetable on will they need to go on the IL? Will they be available this season? We don't know yet. As of right now, they're day-to-day still. Slater, over. Rutschman, 2 hits, also walked once. Henderson, a hit and a run scored. Santander, over. Jimenez, a hit and a run scored. Cowser, a hit and a run scored. That hit, he actually dove for the bag. Actually, 2 nights in a row, both this night, Saturday and Friday night, fairly good base running moves by Cowser. And yes, I'll say Saturday, I know a lot of people don't like seeing a runner diving to first base. But I think the way he did it was a little better. He had most of his body in foul territory. And he is somewhat of a faster guy, so him going and sliding, he can get a lot more out of an actual slide into the base. And he kind of did a swim move to touch the base, instead of, sticking your hand out there and jamming it on the base. I think there was really just his positioning. It didn't look like he was really at any risk of jamming his shoulder or his arm into the base and then getting an injury from it. Now, would he been safe if he ran through it? I don't know. But at the same time, if you're stretching your leg out, you can jam your leg in there, and that can cause an injury as well. And this Friday night, what happened? He got to third base, or he was on third base. There was a comebacker to the pitcher. There was a man on second and a man on first, so it was no force play. He would have had to tag Cowser. Well, he was off the base. He saw the pitcher coming in, fielding the ball, and looking his way. Gets back to the bag, avoids the tag, and he's safe at third. And, the batter, is safe at first, allowing Santander to come up. And they gave the man a hit there. I'm pretty sure they gave him a hit there because, not sure you were going to get him at first base. So, good playing here by Cowser. A real shot to win Rookie of the Year. You had Rutschman, and you had Henderson, and now Cowser. Wow, they're drafting pretty good. Hopefully you can start trading good. Hopefully some of your trades start actually paying off. Is his name Emmanuel? Emmanuel Rivera. Newly acquired Emmanuel Rivera. From what we have seen, he does have the ability to play all the infield spots, mostly like a third, a second, or a first base. I'm not quite sure. You want him playing shortstop, you probably move Holiday to shortstop, assuming you are going to ever give Gunnar Henderson a day off. That's fine. It just allows more versatility, especially now with, Mountcastle not being able to play because of the injury. Mr. Rivera is not getting as many opportunities as, let's say, our regular core group of Orioles, but he looks okay. Over in his only at-bat, though he did have a walk, so I'll take that. Jackson Holiday pinch hitting late. Rivera started at third, and Uria started at second. So you put Holiday in there, matching up because Holiday's a left-handed hitter, Rivera's a right-handed hitter. Brandon Hyde loves doing that. Of course, he looks like a damn genius this time, doesn't he? I mean, sometimes you get it right and sometimes you don't. I feel like you got to pick and choose better. Mr. Rivera here versus Holiday, sure. Because I haven't seen too much out of Rivera to say that he shouldn't be pinch hit for. Somebody like O'Hearn, I don't think you should be pinch hitting for O'Hearn just because he's left-handed and the pitcher is left-handed. I don't care. He's never going to be able to hit a lefty if you don't let him hit lefties. That's an opinion of mine, I guess. Then, of course, Holiday comes through. Remember how I said Cowser dove into first? Well, yeah, now the bases were loaded. So Jackson Holiday hits himself a pinch hit double, clears the bases, 3 runs. Those were the 3 runs that the Orioles scored in the game and won. How about that? Welcome to the show, kid. You finally got a winning hit. Or, you know what? Is any of his home runs considered the winning hit? I don't know. But this was like a guaranteed winning hit because they only got 3 runs and they were his. So we'll call it that's a game-winning hit. I don't know about any of the other hits. I can't remember. Mr. O'Hearn hitting all the way down to eighth because, is it Kikuchi? No, Framber Valdez, a lefty pitching. Actually, let no earned hit here. Well, it's because, they got nobody pinch hit for him, really. Over. I guess that's why you pinch hit for him, because apparently he can't hit lefties. Or he didn't, though Framber Valdez is a very tough pitcher. There's a reason he's like Houston's best pitcher right now. Or one of their best starting pitchers. They got a lot of talent over there. Ramon Arias, 1 hit. Rutschman Holiday with doubles. Only extra base hits. Not a lot of hitting going on. Albert Suarez gets the start in this game. Throws 5 2/3 innings. Only gives up 4 hits, 2 runs, walks 2, strikes out 3. It's a very nice performance. I think the strikeout totals are low, but again, for the series, it does feel like the strikeout totals are low. It's a very nice performance. They talked about it a lot, and Albert Suarez being so invaluable to this team with the amount of starting pitchers that have gone down. He's got experience. That does help. Maybe he doesn't necessarily have some of the arm talent or pitch talent that, let's say, a Povich does, but Povich just doesn't have the experience. Suarez does. And it's really carrying him, because he's really only a 2-pitch pitcher. Or I guess maybe a 3-pitch. He's got a 4-seamer, a cut fastball, and a curveball that he doesn't throw that much. Which is weird. But okay. Keegan Aiken, welcome back. Congratulations on the kid. Kid number 2, I think it was. Pitching 1 full inning, and therefore finishing off the 6th inning and then getting the first 2 outs of the 7th. Does give up a hit, but no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. Welcome back, buddy. Needed you. Still do. Yanier Cano in relief of Aiken finishes off the 7th inning and then pitches the full 8th inning. Does give up a hit, but no runs, no walks, strikes out 3. Well, somebody can get some strikeouts. Sir Anthony Dominguez on for the 9th inning, getting his 6th save. Pitching the full 9th inning. No hits, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. Well, at least we split the series. That's all I can say. Not that the Yankees are only splitting series up there. Sunday's game. More regression here. Houston Astros 6, Baltimore Orioles 3. 2 hits. 2 hits total. How did they even get 3 runs? That's a good question. Austin Slater leading off. Over. Rutschman, over. Henderson, over. Did walk once. Wow. Santander, over. Walked once. Can somebody get a hit? Eloy Jimenez, 1 hit. Scored once. Oh my God, somebody got a hit. Kowser, over. Emmanuel Rivera technically didn't even have an at-bat because he walked twice. So, 0 for 0 with 2 walks and scored once. That's an odd line. That's an odd one. Got to start at first base in this game. So we do like the versatility. And we liking the patience. I mean, how many walks does he work? We worked 1 there. And he worked 1 there. 3? Yeah, I'm liking that. Limited number of plate appearances. 3 walks already. Good. Need some more patient hitters. Somebody that can work a count. He looks to be that kind of guy. O'Hearn pinch hitting late. Over. Right? Oh well. Ramon Arias, 1 hit, 3 RBIs, scored once. Well, that's how you do it, right? Jimenez getting a hit, Rivera getting a walk, and then somebody hits a home run. Yeah. Because that was it. Because I already, mentioned the 2 hits and all the walks. Jackson Holiday over. Ramon Arias home run. The only extra base hit there. Errors. Arias with a throwing error. Didn't really matter as it was late. Yes, it did lead to an unearned run, but you know, if you only score 3, it doesn't matter. If you allow your opponent to score 5, an error isn't going to make any difference because you still needed to score the runs and you didn't score more runs. And it's not Dean Kramer's fault. Dean Kramer goes 6 full innings. He does give up 7 hits and 3 runs, and only walking 2, strikes out 5. Again, not even with the state of your starting pitching, but this is a fine outing by a starting pitcher. It's a team game. You need the rest of the team to do their damn job. Bullpen, don't give up no more runs. Or you know what? How about offense? How about you score some runs? Huh? You say Kikuchi a million times. Oh, the Houston, they worked their magic and dropped his arm slot and made him throw his slider more. Okay. So that means you get 2 hits. Cool. And Birch Smith, as much as I talked about his last outing being great, coming on in relief for Kramer, pitching the full 7th inning, gives up 2 hits, 2 runs, no walks, strikes out 2. Gave up a home run or 2, didn't he? 2 home runs, Bregman and Diaz. Cool. Cionel Perez in for the 8th inning, pitching the full 8th inning, does give up a hit and a run, but not an earned run, because remember, Arias throwing error. Does give up a walk, but he also strikes a guy out. What was it? Was it Matt? It was Matt Bowman, right? I can't remember these people's names. Too many pitchers on this roster because they can't keep anybody healthy. I can't remember people's name. Matt Bowman in again for another appearance as an Oriole, pitching the full 9th inning. No hits, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. I mean, other than Birch Smith giving up those 2 home runs, the bullpen really kind of does their job. And I mean, to start the pitching all together, they do the job, and it's just like, offense, can you do something? Nope, we're on strike. Okay, cool. And you really can't blame it on Mullins or Mountcastle not being in there, because it's not like they were hitting a lot anyway, right? I mean, maybe it hurts a little bit, you know, not having Mountcastle against Kikuchi, but nobody else can do anything. It's a rely on Ryan Mountcastle. Gunnar Henderson's going to do nothing. Santander's going to do nothing. Rutschman's going to do nothing. Okay. Going to win many games like that. Offense needs to turn around. And you know what? I said the offense was going to be a problem this year. I said that in the early part of the year. I'm sure everybody's like, oh, they hit a ton of home runs. That's not a good thing. Relying on the home run like that is not a good thing. You got to be able to manufacture some runs. You can't just rely on the home run. I mean, especially in Camden Yards, because who's hitting the home runs to left field anymore? Yeah, a few people are going to do it. It's a big ass left field. It's a big left field, man. You just cut the home run in your own ballpark in half, especially by guys like Mountcastle or McCann. Who else is right-handed? Hayes now, Slater, Eloy Jimenez now. You can't rely on the home run. You can't. Let's get to some articles here. We got some news. Orioles designate Nick Vespi for assignment and claim Brooks Kriske. Apparently he was with the Orioles like 3 or 4 years ago. The name kind of sounds familiar, but I mean, they were running so many different dudes out there back then. I don't remember. Maybe. And looking at his numbers, that's why I mentioned Vespi and his strikeouts earlier. I'm not exactly sure why Brooks Kriske is back. Especially since you had to designate Vespi for assignment. Because Brooks Kriske, his like career ERA is like 11. What? Okay. I mean, sure, fine. Whatever. I mean, he wasn't doing so good early in his career. His last year with the Kansas City Royals, he did okay. So had like a 4 ERA, which isn't great, but whatever. He does have more strikeouts than innings pitched. whereas somebody like Vespi does not. They do not average a strikeout per inning pitch. Vespi is like a little less. It's like a 75%. Kriske is almost like a 1.25%. So that's the only reason I can think of why Kriske is back. More of a strikeout guy than a Vespi. Though you're probably going to lose Vespi. In my opinion, I think you're going to lose Vespi, but who knows really. I'm sorry. This article written by Rock Kubatko. Another article written by Steve Molesky. No real updates on a Mountcastle or a Mullins yet. Or even like Rodriguez or Eflin or Webb or Westburt. Too many guys. Do we have an update on Mateo? Does not know if we do not know yet if Mateo will need surgery or not. And we still don't even know if he'll even be able to play again this year. Because the swelling apparently has not gone down. The doctors and him in his evaluation, and this is as a result of an interview with him, that the doctors still want the swelling to go down and to see what the range of motion is like. Can't do too much if he's still, swollen, which isn't a good thing. One, that it's been this long and the swelling hasn't gone away. Maybe you need to immobilize the arm more or put some more ice on it, because I can't believe that the swelling isn't gone after a month. That doesn't bode well. It does not. This long and the swelling's not gone. I can't see him being able to play again this year. I can't. Which is very disappointing, but it is what it is. Another guy to the MASH unit. Alright, we're wrapping this episode up. Monday, today, off day for the Orioles. Should already be out on the West Coast. Gonna face the Dodgers. 3 games against the Dodgers. Tuesday scheduled for 10 p.m. Wednesday and Thursday also scheduled for 10 p.m. Wow. Wow. It's a Christmas miracle. Some consistency for Major League Baseball in their start times. Oh my God. That's so weird. Then after that, they'll stay out there on the West Coast, kinda. 3 games for the Rockies. No off day in between the last Dodgers game, and the first Rockies game. So while that will do it for this edition of Ryno's Orioles Report, please stay tuned for Friday, and I will go over the series between the Baltimore Orioles and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I am the Angry Ryno, and this is Birdland.